Hello, this is the anime revival, and it's just us. It's gonna be one of my guests, one of my amigos coming on. He's gonna want to talk to me about this concept, or mostly just us shooting the shit, trying to figure out some stuff. But right now, I want to talk about anime revival, and I guess what that means to me. Now, I think anime doesn't per se need a revival, but I think what's happened is there's become kind of, and this is partially an age thing. A lot of people that, oh, hey, what's up?
It works.
It works, yes, indeed. So I was talking about the need for an anime revival, and does it really need to be needed, or is it kind of just a complaint that people go back in my day, anime was better?
Well, in the back in my day thing, because anime does not need to be revived; it just evolves.
Yeah, I agree. I think another problem with what, but I do think there needs to be maybe not per se a revival, but a reviving of certain archetypes, certain character things. Because I'm a little bit tired of the like. Have you noticed something from kind of the some of the bigger animes, like especially the quote unquote edgy, not real edgy, but quote unquote edgy.
Oh, quote unquote edgy, where it's like, God, tragic backstory. I'm angry and angsty all the time. Grr.
Yeah. I'm a little thing, but like because I have supernatural powers, I can beat you up, even though you're like 3 times my size. And like instead of saying "Whoa, that's cool," you go, oh, "My life's so hard."
Yeah, I was like, this power is a curse, but it's what I need to protect my friends.
Oh, I do still like that Shonen one. Like, just like, why do you do? Why do you fight to protect my friends?
Yeah,
Um,
that's always a good one.
but I'm talking about more the kind of animes where like a character's has to be made like quote unquote super angsty, but there's nothing really at risk in the character in a sense. Like the character's not really saying something that will really rub the fans the wrong way. They're saying just things that seem angsty.
They're like just edgy for the sake of being edgy.
Well, they're not even like I mean I consider being edgy cool, but you have to be actually edgy. Like you can't go, I'm so angry at my mom and dad. It's like
That's
whatever.
that's just a good kind of edgy.
There's a good kind of edgy where it's like I'm not angry at my mom and dad because
Like I'm angry because Griffith raped my girlfriend in front of me and cut off my arm.
yes, not referencing anything, just oh no, we're referencing perhaps one of the edgiest and not ironically edgy, like legitly edgy animes.
Like holy shit,
Berserk.
that fucked up stuff.
Yeah, no, that's a quality one. That's one I think more when I mean anime revival, I think that's what needs to be revived in a sense. People need to appreciate Berserk. I know there's a lot of Berserk haters in the anime community right now, but something to Berserk is even the new stuff is really good, in my opinion.
Hmm.
But anyways, so what else do you think? But maybe not a revival, but what kind of genre do you think is really missing out right now? I guess, or dying out, one might say.
Dying out.
Or maybe just like missing out more accurately. Like
Like
to be
something that
fair,
we could like some stuff that we could use a little bit more of today.
yeah, like something that was really good kind of back in the day, and it's like where is that stuff?
Like where's that? Like what happened to good mechas?
That is true. Well, no, Gundam. What is it? Orphans or whatever is pretty good. I hear Blood Orphans.
Yeah. Is it good?
You told me it was good. You told me it was pretty. No, you didn't say that.
No, I didn't. I think I remember Sarah showing you a trailer for it and saying it looked pretty cool, but I never actually watched it.
Okay. Then I mean, it doesn't matter too much. But I one of the things I mechas is a pretty cool subject to get into. Well, what do you think's missing from the mechas? I guess.
Hmm. I don't know. But it's like there's always a thing where it's like this is the one mecha that was the strong one, and now there's like these aliens and shit, or there's like evil mechas that we have to fight them with our own mechas. Uh,
I would say the thing I really liked about mechas was it kind of showed humanity, despite any like negativities, is advancing and will live on like past the stars usually. Like in a
I
sense, humanity goes out there and travels and does like high, amazing things, not with like sheer brutality or skill in martial arts, but with just tenacity and innovativeness. But yeah, what were you saying?
I was just like, but like, I want to see a mecha where like the whole buildup of the series is them developing mechas in the first place, and then there's like a rival nation or something doing the same thing.
That'd be pretty cool. Like think about the whole thing with like the whole storyline behind Metal Gear, like Solid and stuff.
Yeah,
Like
that'd be
like
pretty.
basically just like people making those little Metal Gears and fighting each other with those, and then eventually you get to mechas.
And then eventually it's like full on wars are going on. People are like, oh god, it's too much power.
Or like the mecha's ability isn't per se with power, but it's more with maneuverability. Like one mecha can
Yeah,
just move around like through areas people didn't expect, similar to how the German tanks went through the Ardennes
like
forest in 1940, sorry, and surprised the French.
like it'd be cool if they did like mechas that were specifically able to climb mountains really freaking fast.
Yeah, or maybe there's
Like,
even just like close-up mechas that are like just really good at destroying like anti-personnel.
yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Well, because like that's one of the problems with the whole mecha, or one of the things I've noticed in a really cool mecha show, or yeah, which is called God, I'm forgetting the name. Never mind, I forgot it completely. But the whole gimmick of the show was like they use quartz to control their Broken Blade, and it's an anime series. And in one of the things, like someone's shooting at a mecha, and they're like, "Oh man, I was using anti-personnel rounds because the ammunition was basically just bouncing off the mecha because
Uh,
it
yeah.
was a scatter shot designed for anti-personnel, so the mecha was fine for the most part. So they had to switch to like actual like ammunition to pierce armor and such.
Mm.
Anyways, yeah, no, but I think it's mostly just kind of a loss of this kind of I guess I wouldn't use the word pride per se, but this kind of hope that humanity moves past to the stars. I just don't see that many shows in general that have that kind of enthusiasm towards it. So that could be one of the reasons mechas have been limited, because there isn't that same enthusiasm, that same hope for star exploration as there used to be.
Yeah, where it's all like, it's the final frontier. We finally made it. Humanity has gone so far.
It's like a special. It is a final frontier. Tokyo Academy is training its best astronauts, like that kind of stuff. There is Space Brothers. Space Brothers was a relatively recent anime where the whole gimmick was they're trained to be astronauts.
Huh.
So that's one. It's kind of a light comedy one, but it is a one that does kind of take seriously that concept. And there's that manga, Doctor Stone, where the guy basically wants to revive science in a stone world. So eventually he probably wants to go space traveling if he can, but they're
Damn.
limited to certain things at the moment because he's starting everything from scratch. For the most part, he's meeting friends on the way.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's cool manga, cool manga. Anyways, mechas are cool. So with the thumbnails, I have at least. I think well, what is it called? Um, the show Girls Last Tour is a very good representation of an anime revival of something that used to be really good in animes, but it's kind of disappeared a bit.
Ah,
And that would be kind of that dystopian landscape, that kind of end of the world kind of thing. Because I haven't noticed as many end of the world per se kind of animes of recent. They used to be all the thing during the golden era. The 80s and 90s was just filled with these end of the world kind of animes, and they're really cool. But this is the last one I've seen in a while, and probably one of the last ones I've seen that is actually child friendly. Another one I'd give an example of, Nausicaa Valley of the Wind, because obviously that is a post-apocalyptic world landscape.
huh.
Yeah, you didn't know that about Nausicaa?
No, I didn't.
Well, like, how do you think she has planes and they have tanks and such? But like, like their horses are like birds.
Yeah, actually, that kind of makes sense now.
Yeah, like to be fair, like I read the manga to it, which is pretty long and a lot more interesting, I'd say. But they basically talk about, like, in the past, humans genetically made horses have like be part bird. I don't know why, but
Pegasus, man.
because they just could. Well, no, the birds kind of look like terror birds, like thunder birds. Because the birds, I think, Thunderbirds. Oh yeah. That would be pretty cool. Like, what would you buy a Thunderbird, or would you just eat a Thunderbird?
I would eat the shit out of a Thunderbird just so I could say it tastes like chicken.
I ate ostrich recently.
Was it very stretchy?
No, no. If you cook it in a patty, it's just like eating a beef burger. Honestly.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, no, I kind of like it. I mean, I might want to like get some ostriches in the future, raise them, and just eat them. Because like I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much they eat or anything like that, but I mean, that could be worthwhile. Also, I would know coyotes would not kill them easily because the ostrich just kicked that coyote. But then I might have to deal with dead coyotes on my land. So, yeah.
But you can handle those coyotes.
My birds will handle the coyotes. Just kicking them. Would you eat, what would be a weird animal you would eat?
A weird animal?
Yeah.
I'd eat a gulp. I try to eat a gulper eel because that sounds interesting.
Does sound interesting. I'm pretty sure if like you go to Asia, you could probably order something like that. Like you'd be like, I want a gulper eel, and they'll be like, yes, a gulper eel. Okay, like then they give you the bill, and then they serve you the eel, stuff the mouth full of rice or something.
That'd be pretty cool.
I know they serve snakes, so I wouldn't be surprised if they serve something like eel. Does that one have the toxic mucus, or is that poisonous of any sorts?
I have no idea.
Because if it has toxic mucus, they might have to just get to the flesh and just clear the skin. But that's just my guess, because I might be thinking of more eels compared to gulper eels, so might have that mistaken.
I'm trying to remember what that eel was that just like oodles of like stuck to your fingers if you even touched it.
I'm pretty sure that I don't know. That could be a lot of different eels. To be fair, I know lampreys are pretty. I heard lampreys are pretty good, but they're pretty scary too.
Hmm.
They look like eels, but they have like these jagged like maw, like a jagged like mouth of teeth, and it looks like a
And
suction.
that does sound spooky.
Yeah, dude, lampreys. They're extra spooky, I would say. Um, but yeah, no, the anyways, back to anime revival. Um, do you think Moe's in a healthy position right now?
No, it's it's everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Everything's a,
So you're saying we need to
turning.
decrease Moe?
The world is turning Moe. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Okay, so you're saying gas Moe anime wars now.
We need to invite Moe into shower rooms, which are actually gas rooms.
I mean, this is the thing. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just my contrarian opinions on things, but I actually kind of like Moe because it's kind of
Oh, I
what
like it.
everyone. Oh, you like it too?
Yeah, yeah, but there's just a lot of it.
There is a lot of it, but it's kind of like I feel like this is kind of what everyone wants. They don't like to admit it, but it's kind of what it. Like I like watching the hardcore shonens, the really dark stuff sometimes, but like sometimes there's just a moe thing or like a romance or whatever, something really cute like a comedy that attracts me, and I'm just like, yeah, I'll click on this.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that there's it's not with every anime, but there's just like these really perverted animes out there where like people clip like scenes from them and it's just full of innuendos.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no. Have you the best meme I've seen recently is where the guy's playing Rainbow Six and he sits in the room, takes out the little monitor that looks like the same size as like an iPad or something. And he starts watching like a scene from that. And then like you hear FBI, put your hands up. It's like a bunch of people crash into the room, explosions and stuff.
I used to get paranoid about that kind of thing happening when I was younger, and I clicked on sketchy websites.
Oh yeah, they that's the joke of the meme where it just says like put your incognito on.
It's like incognito browser doesn't actually stop the web providers from seeing what you look at, but make you feel better about yourself.
to be fair, it stops people you know from looking.
Yeah,
And
that is.
yeah, that's enough. And secondly, the web providers like you have to be a really messed up individual to think, oh, they're gonna worry about me. No, there's far worse out there.
They have a reason to worry about me. That's why I'm worried.
Oh, is it I know that there was something I was listening to like some kind of because occasionally I check out like like left wing YouTube things, and there was like this lefty pole guy, and he had this clip of this chick Aiden Paladin talk about how she was into guess what kind of hentai? Guess what kind of hentai she was into?
Netorare.
No, pregnant lollies.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's like the worst one.
Yeah, and then she was like, "It's no big deal. It's like they're 15 or something." And I found it funny because I'm like, to be fair, there is. I mean, I haven't looked it up, but I'm pretty sure there's worse than that. Like I've seen
there's worse than
Monster
that, but
Girl. What do you think is so bad about it? I guess.
I mean, lollies is bad enough. Pregnant lollies is like just like signing the papers saying you approve of law thing.
Like that?
Exactly.
Okay.
Just like
Yeah, and like for me, the pregnant part, it's like, yeah, like, you know, no problem there. But when it's you know, the lolly part, I just have to say,
That's
not in the
it's
positive way, like blow them up, destroy lollies.
on them.
Sorry, it's just I don't feel comfortable around lollies. You know, it's just they're very disturbing to me. Well, no,
They
they can be. Sometimes they're cute, but like sometimes I think it's people lullify them too much. Like there is a point of like, oh, that's passable, and then there's no, that's no.
stop.
Yeah, that's there's a point of, oh, that she's just short, and then there's no, I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing, and I'm not comfortable with it.
It's like this makes me uncomfortable. Please stop.
And then and then someone like types in the comments, dude, this is Shad based. Stop being a faggot.
Come on, man. Why'd you go to that site anyway? You know what you were in for.
Yeah. What the heck was that?
That was an anime girl at the door saying, "Use your bitch breaker and take my cunning."
Yeah, these are some weird ones. I will say that these are some weird Moe speakers. Anyways, so I think a thing for quote unquote anime revival might be figuring out how to get back to the quote unquote art of it, and how to figure out what's like truly memorable. Because from what I can see of these, there's only like maybe 2, 3. No, there's like 4 at least of like these girls on the Moe speaker thing that I notice, and I'm like, yeah, these are girls that these are like, you know, big anime girls that get memed all the time. And then the rest of them, I'm like, I don't know. So how can we get back to each anime girl actually meaning something, you know, or at least meaning more so?
Well, we gotta stop putting girls with vivacious proportions in anime just to be there for action.
Whoa. Are you saying you want to ruin anime right now?
I'm not saying ruin anime. I'm saying reinvent anime.
But then that's just making like kids anime.
But we'll make kids anime adult friendly.
Look. Very simple thing. I'm not a big fan of the whole, what is it called? Remove the vivaciousness, because you know, like why?
Exactly. Oh man.
I mean, yeah.
I can't.
I can't. Okay, I'll come up with an unpopular anime position on the anime revival. I think more animes need to have characters with guns.
Huh. I mean,
Yeah.
Trigun cool.
Well, like look at my thumbnail. It looks really cool because it's an
Yeah,
anime chick with a gun.
Yeah, like anime chicks. I can dig it.
Yeah, that's what we need to move towards. Like, and I know some people are gonna say, "How is that gonna make sense if they're set in Japan?" Look, we'll
Look,
find a way.
we could make like the guns bound to them, and like each gun is like powers
Yeah,
unique to the
you know
person.
what? They did figure out how to do that whole like girls or ships. What is it? Kanta collection or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they figured that out, so we can figure out some guns. But yeah, anime girls with guns, I'd say, is a good place to go, because a lot of guys complain my animes aren't macho enough, and a lot of, you know, other guys say I want my QT anime, and I think that's a good, you know, compromise.
Yeah.
What about you? You know, your thumbnail, that Pop Team Epic. You know, what's the dealio with that?
because that's my spirit animal.
Why is she your spirit animal?
Oh, does she please?
Wait, sorry, couldn't hear you. Okay, I can hear you. Okay, now I can't hear you.
Like
Yeah, that was some lag.
threatening,
It happens, man.
like she like hears a thunderstorm, yelling at the thunder, being like, "You don't scare me! How dare you!"
Wait, there's
It was
thunder where you're at?
thunder. What? No, no
Oh,
thunder.
okay.
Sadly,
Okay.
I wish there was thunder.
Yeah, I do a little bit as well, even though I have work tomorrow anyways. So, quick question. Is it true that
Yes.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate that one. I just wanted you to answer. uh how did you know what I was gonna say? Uh so yeah, no, trying to figure out no, seriously though, like why is she your spirit animal of all the anime characters? I mean,
Uh, to be fair, it was just an arbitrary choice. There was no reason behind it, really.
oh, I thought it was just because like it was cute or something.
Well, kinda, yeah.
You're like, that looks cute.
Yeah.
Thumbnail appropriate. I did a similar thing. I thought, look, not only does she have a snack in her hand, but she has a gun and she has a determined face.
I,
And
I was just like, this girl was holding a game controller in a dark room with a face that never changes.
yeah, I guess mine can't be really me because I would never point a gun at someone just for a threat. You know, I
I don't
follow
think
this.
threatening so much to make a point.
Well, no, that's the thing. If I was making a point, I would fire. Like they have that rule when they like you first start like shooting or you get qualified to shoot or whatever. You know, you get qualified for gun. They basically, you know, or this is actually for self defense. I heard, but you're not supposed to point a gun at someone or at something unless you're willing to fire or planning to fire. Sorry. Um,
Yeah. You can point a gun at somebody.
well. If you're talking about legalities, not really. Like you can get in trouble with just
We're not talking about legal stuff at all. That's absurd. That's not legal at
okay.
all. Anyway.
Well, okay. If you're not talking about legalities, it's kind of like saying, you know, don't take out a knife unless you're willing to stab someone in a sense. And I understand knives can be used for other reasons, but I mean like a knife on the street, not like
Yeah, but you don't just walk up to a person and being like, "Hey, give me your money." Then next thing you're like, "Let's do this."
yeah, you know. Well, my thing's mostly, you know, let's say you were just kidding or whatever, you know, you might misfire that gun, whatever. So it's kind of just a precautionary thing of like you should not point your gun unless you feel safe that if it goes off on accident or for whatever reason, it won't harm somebody, especially unintentionally.
What if you want to unintentionally harm somebody?
Um, I'd say there's easier ways to go about it, but you know, that's just me. I guess it depends on what kind of harm you're talking about. I think an easier thing that people don't think about is just knives. Like, it's probably a lot easier to like shank someone, but I mean, it's the question of like if you think that person can retaliate against you.
Oh, if that's the case, just make sure they're not able to retaliate.
Yeah. Well, there's like this was it Louder with Crowder did this like joke where like Steven Crowder's like flexing and he has a fake mustache on and he's like, I am such a strong man, no one can take me down or something. And he's in a back alley and his like his friend who looks like a little sick gay kid, like takes out a little knife and stabs him in the side and he just like falls down.
Funny.
Yeah, no, the whole joke is like don't. Whenever people say like real men fight with their fist or they don't need guns, it's like no, just yeah. It's if I have the advantage of a gun, I'll use it. But that's the thing. I that's one of the reasons I won't go to like a bar like and stay there till like 2 or 3 in the morning because I don't want to deal with this kind of people that start stuff like that. I do like pub style bars though,
Pub style bars look pretty nice.
Yeah, like we should man, I'm trying to think. We should go to like Sardini's or something or the place I'm talking about, right?
Sandrini's?
Yeah, we should go there sometime maybe Friday, maybe next Friday. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But we should definitely go a place like that.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah, or I know I'll look up their menu, but last time I went there, like during breakfast or brunch time, they had pretty good food. Like I was having a beer and I was eating some pancakes and chicken.
Sounds good.
Chicken tendies. Yeah.
Did you use your good boy points?
Yeah, I was. No, once you told me what that means, I don't want to use my good boy points. I was like, why does everything I like end up having such a dark meaning?
Maybe you're just a dark person.
Yeah, that's probably true. If you if you look into the stuff. Well, my what was it? I showed my cousin a movie called Arranged, which I thought was just a cute little movie and it had some interesting things and it wasn't like too like up in your face political in a negative sense. But then I didn't know this, but I guess the brother was saying Schwartzes. Now, do you know what Schwartz means?
Schwartz? No.
It's German or Yiddish for black or the N-word. Because basically the brother was asking his sister who becomes a teacher in a place, are there any Schwartzes there? And I'm just laughing because my cousin's like, oh, that means like the N-word. And I'm just like, oh my. And I like the kid in the movie because he's just hilarious because he's like, is that little boy Jewish? It's like, no. It's like, is she Jewish? No. He's just like he's funny. He's a yarmulke. And then they have this like scene where they tell the girl, put your not to eat the cake during I think Passover, and then was it her sister tells her she's getting blemishes, and her brother's like, or her mom's like, you got to put your best foot forward or best leg forward or whatever, and then the little brother's like best skinny leg, and they're like shush, and I'm just like, I'm like such a troll about the good thing. So what's an anime you're liking right now?
Let's say Violet Evergarden's cool. Almost at the end of that, it's like a different kind of edgy, where this girl's just trying to find emotion, and it's like, dang.
Okay.
And then start making more like things and getting like sad, and eventually starting like crying over stuff because she's in the war. All the things she did in there, just catching up to her, and she's like, "Damn, what did I do to those people?"
No, we should definitely try to check that out sometime, or at least maybe I should check out some episodes, and we can go back here and talk about it. The what was it? The I've been watching the Girls Last Tour. That's the most recent series I've been on, and I think it's a really good show because it's something fun you can show people, but it obviously has some deeper stuff in it.
Mm.
And also
See.
it has little girls with guns, or it has a little girl with a gun. So that's always a plus.
Bonus points.
Well, look, that image, man, it's just such a quality image.
You have a quality image.
Huh? Yeah, I am a quality image. Got the nice hair going on for now.
For now.
Yeah, eventually I'm gonna have to cut it like military short. Like when I start getting buffer, and then I can dress like Scar from the anime Fullmetal Alchemist.
You're gonna have to get swole.
Well, not too swole actually. Like for me, I just have to beef up my arms and
Find.
and just get like I guess more what was it, not stronger pecs per se, but more sculpted pecs, and I should be fine. Honestly, like Scar's not ridiculous, and if I wear the jacket and the shirt, I don't need to like be everything. Like my legs are pretty strong enough, my back is plenty strong. It's mostly just, you know, shaping up the arms a little bit and working the midsection to like reduce it, so then, you know. But yeah. Oh, and then I have to dye my hair white, I guess, which I don't know if I want to do too much, because I worry if I do that, that might have a negative impression with a certain lady.
Negative impression, huh?
Well, I don't know, man. I don't even know if she knows about anime, to be honest. I mean, like I was asking them about like music and movies and such, and a lot of them just didn't know the you know, any of the stuff. So my presumption is like she might not know about anime per se. She might know about a anime or so, but
she might have like seen commercials at least.
Well, that's the thing. When I was there, I wasn't looking too hard, but I mean, maybe she did. Hopefully she's into, if she is, she's into good anime.
Yeah. I think she'd be into like sparkly anime.
Sparkly anime?
You know the kind.
Well, you know, to be fair, that's good anime for girls to like. Like,
yeah,
what was?
It gives them good role models.
Well, yeah, but I also say like I think it's just good. It's good wholesome stuff for young girls to watch for the most part. At least compared to other stuff. Like I kind of got recently, at least I thought about this. I thought, like, what is some advice you can give young men for looking for like young women to get engage with, like for anything from dating to marriage? And I think one sign you should look for is, does the girl read Jane Austen? You know, the chick that wrote Pride and Prejudice or anything like that. Because I've noticed that when girls read books like that, they tend to be like much more like girls and kind of, you know, have an admiration for traditional things and traditional relationships. While when a girl reads something else, she might not care too much for such things.
True.
So in a sense, you shouldn't ask them you shouldn't ask them directly to explain their ideals. You should look at what their actions say about their ideals. And for them reading things like that, they're basically saying, I admire traditional things and I like things that are traditionally female, which those books are traditionally designed that females like them.
Traditional.
Yeah, tradition. Yes. Nothing such traditional like girl in Steinhelm helmet with a Mauser carbiner pointing at someone.
Like traditional is in a school uniform with pigtails
and a game controller
and soul-piercing eyes.
To be fair, both could be argued as tradition. Well, mine is like the hardcore right wing death squad kind of thing traditional, and yours is like just waiting for it. Like you have your alarm clock waiting, and like when it goes off, then you put the controller down and you go out. Uh
You just make your way to school because you woke up at 4 in the morning just to play games before school.
did you used to do that?
Yeah, I did.
I did something similar. I would work out most of the time though. Like I'd go for a run or I'd do some push-ups, but after that, if I had time, or let's say I woke up really early, like 4, I would work out, but then I would also maybe go play some games or watch some television, you know. So what but yeah, no, that those were the times.
Yeah.
I do what was it? One of the things I miss doing a little bit is playing video games for like hours and hours on end. But like unless I'm doing it with friends, it just doesn't feel too nice. So like I usually maybe do an hour. I I hear voices.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of time stuff, I'm gonna have to hit you momentarily.
Oh, okay.
But I think it was a good live stream.
Oh, okay. So
What do you got?
we're gonna be headed. We're calling it quits for tonight.
Yeah. I think I like
All right.
eat to watch a show.
This is a pretty good live stream. I'd say adios to our group, Anime Revival, now, and God bless. Anyways, night night. Bye.
Night.